Ways that trauma can stick. For one, you can have something that's seriously abusive by an authoritative figure. That seems to have a little bit more stick, like a coach, a pastor, a parent, a teacher, something like that, where someone that you've looked up to can do something abusive to you, cancel, and it may have a little bit more difficulty defragging. If it's something sudden and out of the ordinary, traumatic that you didn't expect, maybe a death in the family or an accident of some kind, then this can also have a little bit more stick. Cancel all that. If it's repetitive over and over again and there's a pattern of consistency, again, that's a signal, but also this is time for you to maybe see that there's a little bit more stick to that, unfortunately. If it's like the top 1 million things you would never do to someone else and then they do it to you, that is a lot of times an opportunity for a little bit more stick. And the reason why is because in the processing, as you're defragging, and you're trying to process a logical brain, this is the frontal lobe, and behind that's that limbic system. The frontal lobe will try to come up with an answer or some halfway decent reasoning, and a lot of times trauma isn't something that you can reason. And so your brain will just be left, and then after that 3 to 5 p.m. is gone, then it just gets shelved until your time is to go ahead and process that. You can also store things because you may be too young to deal with it, or too immature. So I've seen people who are 5 years old deal with things way better than a 40-year-old. So it can vary, age, So there's a lot of different reasons why you may store trauma, and of course if you have any of these things in combination, they are going to have a lot more stick to it, just because there's an opportunity for just a congruent traumatic situation, because there's more to it, if that makes sense. So now again, when we have stored these things, you can store it 5 years, 10 years, 5 months, 3 days, whatever. But when its time is to come for us to actually deal with it, you'll see symptoms. And when you see those symptoms, we haven't specifically been taught in the past, I know I wasn't, that when I see a symptom, that this is a great opportunity for us to deal with it. Hey, Melissa. But Jennifer, I'm telling you, when you see that, a lot of times people will go to the doctor. And nothing against medical doctors, love them. I'm a naturopathic doctor, meaning I like to get to the root of the situation and deal with the root from the inside out. And a lot of times medical doctors have not been trained in those areas, and many times what I have seen just with my own clients who have been to the doctor already is they come back and they have been given prescription medicine. Now, prescription medicine will do what we talked about earlier in the car situation. Prescription medicine will unscrew the light bulb or the pain or whatever the situation is, but it will not take care of the root issues. Trust me, pharmaceuticals will not take care of root issues. They will only be a band-aid.